Welcome back, friends. Welcome to Speaker. So let's start our tense, future perfect. Friends, you may be getting bored with the repeated listening of the basics, but do listen because this learning process is designed in such a way that if you listen from the beginning to the ending, then you'll not at all forget this. Come on, friends, let's revise the basics. So just know these basic 8 words which will make the entire learning process so simple. They are I, we, you, he, she, it, they, and any noun. So these are all comes under the subject. Then let's see what is the subject. The subject is the one who does the action. And on the other side, the object is thing on which the action is done. And in these 8 words, we can easily notice that I, he, she, it, and any noun comes under singular,
We.
they comes under plural, and at the same time, you is both considered for singular as well as plural. And now we're going to classify these 8 words into 3 different categories: first person, second person, and third person. Let's try it out with an example. A boy returns from a school and explains his mom that what her teacher taught in the school. So the boy who is speaking is the first person and the mom who is listening is the second person, and they both are talking about the teacher where the teacher is the third person. So we'll just classify those 8 words into 3 categories. I, we comes under first person, you comes under second person, and he, she, it, they, and any noun comes under third person. That's all, friends. We are done with the basics. Let's step into our tense. Then let's see, friends, that what does future perfect denote. And there is a need of knowing about the verb. A verb, it is an action or a state of being. So we all know that there are 3 forms of verbs. First one is the base form, and second V2, and third V3. So we have 3 forms of verbs. For example, watch, watched, watched, play, played, played. So these are all some kind of verbs. So, for future perfect, we use shall have or will have plus V3, and generally the syntax for future perfect is subject plus shall have or will have plus V3 plus object or adverb.
Are you getting tensed with this? Don't worry, here we got the simplest method.
So just simply know that we're going to use shall have or will have plus V3 for future perfect. As we have categorized those 8 words into 3 different categories. So for the first category, that is first person, that is for I and we use shall have plus V3. And for the second and third categories, that is for you, he, she, it, they, and any noun, we use will have plus V3. Then, friends, let's make it more simple by watching these. Let's continue with while taking an example. Let's take the example write, wrote, written. That's all, friends. We are done. So just simply know that we're going to use shall have plus V3 for first person and will have plus V3 for second and third person. Here comes the real magic to solve any kind of question. So let's look at an exam model. Here we got an example. In this case, since she comes under third person, we'll use will have plus V3 and the verb forms of buy are buy, bought. So the V3 will be bought. So this will become she will have bought TV by next Thursday. Since he or she comes under third person, we use will have plus V3. Now, everyone might know that how to solve a question of future perfect, that way to use shall have or way to use will have. But how can we know that a given sentence comes under future perfect or not? Here we got the best trick to know whether the given sentence comes under future perfect or not, so that we can use the concept which we learned here. So, whenever you found the following words in any kind of sentence, then that particular sentence comes under future perfect. So, let's have a glance over the words which denote that a given sentence comes under future perfect. Unlike other tenses, this tense can be easily identified. So whenever you found by plus any future time, then just regard that that particular sentence comes under future perfect and use the concept which we learned here. So have a glance at some of the examples and try to solve them. Hope everyone might have solved the questions and gained your confidence. So friends, please do recommend this to the maximum so that everyone can get benefited from this. And do subscribe with your learning hands.